Namaste, sir. Um, Sir, we are process and we are governed by certain principles. And, off late, I've been hearing a lot of news about AI. And, one thing that, strikes me is the fact that one AI process could be fed into another AI process. And if, the Turing test determines the sentient capability of consciousness, self-awareness, etc. of a machine, then one machine could inherently become lot more capable, sort of super conscious than the previous one, because that's something that human beings can't do. We cannot transfer the complete brain to the another one. So my question was, sir, in this whole notion of consciousness, self-awareness, and volition, and moral ethics, conduct, etc. I seem to see machine to be overpowering human beings, in the sense that human beings have created something, but in a way it has created something more dangerous, which is kind of overpowering the sense of our own belonging as a human being. uh, I definitely see this tinkering with the laws of nature, the prakriti and everything is kind of really causing a lot of challenges to the world. I just wanted to hear your views on where AI is taking the world today with regard to the humanity, and whether it's leading to the progress or in the downward spiral.
I do not think I am very clear with the question. In what sense do you think that AI is overpowering human consciousness?
Uh, what I think, sir, is essentially what I am kind of looking for is to have a better consciousness, to become a better self-aware person. And when I look at some human machine which is almost imbibing, I mean, replicating my own sense of consciousness, self-awareness, etc., somewhere I get the sense, I also get perturbed that that machine itself is, more powerful than me in terms of its super consciousness power.
No, no. What do you mean by super consciousness power? That's where the haziness is. What do you mean by super consciousness power?
Super consciousness, as in one machine is been created, and the capability of it has been fed into the another machine.
Capability with respect to what?
With respect to the initial learning, or the AI is actually gotten.
It can perform tasks.
Right, sir.
So how is that challenging human consciousness?
Because the simulation of the Turing test itself says that, at certain point it is almost replicating the human being, in terms of fooling the human beings, in a sense that.
No, it's replicating that part of human consciousness that is anyway very mechanical or replicable. That which is replicable in you will be replicated. For example, a statue can be made that looks just like you because your body, your physical features are all replicable. So somebody will replicate them. How does that threaten you? You are not that within you which can be replicated. And if there is something that can be replicated, that is not you. So let that be replicated. What's the problem? Somebody makes a statue. How does that threaten your existence? Somebody clicks a photograph. How does that threaten your existence? That looks like you, but that's not you. Somebody downloads the entire content of your memory. That's possible. Each passing day, that's becoming more and more possible. The entire content of your memory can be downloaded. But that's not you.
Right.
All your genetic material can be taken and a clone can be raised, but that's not you again. How does that threaten you? So go to Nirvana Shatkam. when such doubts arise and worries, you need to know what you are not. And that which you are not, let that be copied or substituted or outsourced or whatever. Somebody copies my voice. How does that threaten me? Am I my voice? Am I my voice? So Nirvana should come. And when you can discount everything that you are not, then there is Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Mind you, nobody can halt the march of science and technology. All that science can do, it will do. There is no need to feel threatened. You will be cloned. You will be replicated, duplicated, substituted. Therefore, you must come to that within you which is alone, not transferable, not available to be duplicated. What is that? That's who you are. All else is just, stuff that you are attached to. And stuff is stuff.
Just I had another question. You did mention that there's a dance in Prakriti. Everything is entertainment. There's fun, but the ego is always in a quest of sorrow. Or I mean, the whole existence of ego is because there's a sorrow. If the sorrow dissolves, the ego dissolves, etc. Then, so my question was, when I look at a liberated person, I mean, correct me, please correct me if I'm wrong. Normally, I see a sense of, not sort of a anand or happiness in their face. It's always that there is some sort of a sorrow in their face, as opposed to what Prakriti is indicating. That you have to rejoice, you have to be not in grief. But when I look at them, I mean, it's like it's kind of contradicting to the message of what Prakriti is giving to them. So why is it so, sir? Is my understanding correct on this, sir?
We look at how the ego operates. It looks at everything from its own frame of reference. You go to a person who is rejoicing and you say this person is suffering. Now what needs to change? The fact or the definition of suffering. You go to a person and as a fact he is actually rejoicing. But from your own definition, you say he is suffering. And because all your definitions are distorted, they are coming from your own center.
Right.
Right? When we rejoice, that's a kind of very sick celebration. That sick celebration we do not find in the liberated one. And when we do not find that sick celebration, that maniac celebration in the liberated one, we declare that that fellow is serious and suffering. But the fact is that he is rejoicing. And if you can push your ego aside, then you will say, oh, so from this now I develop my definition of celebration. Instead you say, I already have a definition of celebration, and if his condition matches my definition, only then will I agree that he is rejoicing. Why should his condition match your definition? You change your definition. If you find the liberated man serious, then change your definition to mean seriousness is celebration. Instead, you want to stick to your definition, and your definition postulates, I said, a very sick kind of celebration in which you are excited, jumping, thumping, romping, inebriated, and that you call as partying. Now, that kind of celebration you usually do not find in a liberated one. So you say, oh, that fellow, he is quite serious and something got wrong with him. He looks very pensive, probably mournful. No, that's where the celebration is. You adjust your definition. Are you getting it? If you find him weeping, then you change your definition, because that's celebration. That's the part of it that concerns his state. Now there is another thing to it. How do you know his state when he is not in front of you? Who are you with respect to him? With respect to him, you are a patient, you are a student, you are somebody to be taken care of, you are somebody to be shown the way. No? So it is quite possible that internally he is celebrating. But when he faces you, he has to pretend anger. Who are you? You are his patient. He is the doctor. That's the relationship. Why will the doctor show his so-called real face to you? The doctor will show one particular face that you need to see. Maybe you are of the type that you need to see his angry face. Maybe if he doesn't show you an angry face, you will not study or improve or attend. That does not mean that he is angry. That means that you need to see an angry face. Please get the difference. It's then not about his state. It's about your requirement. He does not bother for his state. He is beyond botheration, right? But he bothers for your requirement. And your requirement is that you must see his angry face. That's what you require to see. So he will show you an angry face. But that's the thing about the ego. It has very little capacity for self-observation. Instead, it wants to get into the mind of the liberated one. It was Guru Nanak who said, you may try as hard as you can, but you will never get to know the mind of the liberated one. That's from the Adi Granth. You keep trying, you keep speculating. And the ego has a serious urge to know what is going on in the mind of the Buddha. But you will never know what's there in the mind of the Buddha. Being who you are, how will you know the mind of the Buddha? It's a part of essential humility to not even try. Instead, reflect on yourself. If you find him serious, do not judge him. Look at yourself. If you find him weeping, do not judge him. Look at the world around him. And if you find him scolding you, then look at your own state. He has no need to scold, but you have a need to be scolded. So it's rather a judgment on you, not him.
Understood, sir. Thank you so much.